YouTube. This your man Spill Dog. I saw a video on Everything Boxing today. Shout out to Everything Boxing. He was basically talking about Devin Haney said that he gonna knock Ryan Garcia out, and that Ryan Garcia is a C+ fighter at best. I don't know. I looked at Ryan's record real good. He really haven't fought a whole lot of good fighters. I see why he's saying that. And if you compare Ryan Garcia record to Tank and Devin record, it really ain't no comparison. I think Ryan got Luke Campbell, Tank, and maybe two more solid names on the list. Is one my memory ain't no nothing, so I can't remember. But it wasn't no Fortuna. He beat Fortuna, so he has beat some solid fighters. But he haven't fought nobody that's on Devin level yet. Now, if I'm being completely honest, the best fighter that Devin has gotten in the ring with to this point is Lomachenko. Loma had already been beat by Salido. He got beat by Tiafimo, who Cambosis beat. And in my opinion, the fight that he had, I think the guy last name was Cruz or whatever, I can't remember, but the guy that he fought right before he fought Devin, he won a close fight that a lot of people felt like Lomachenko lost. And he definitely has taken a step backwards from when he first started boxing in the United States. But since he's been over here, he's been losing fights. I don't understand why people try to act like just because Bob Arum's job is to promote him as this as the greatest boxer ever. You know that ain't so. Salido got dominated by Mikey Garcia, and quite a few other fighters beat Salido who beat him. Bottom line, and Salido won that fight. I watched the fight. He bullied him around the ring that whole night. He used his experience against him for the most part. And Devin outboxed him, but it was a close fight. It was a close fight. It wasn't like he dominated Lomachenko or nothing like that. It was a real close fight. A lot closer than Tiafimo fight with Lomachenko was, in my opinion. So I say, ain't none of these dudes really fought each other like Tank and Devin, Shakur, uh, Keyshawn Davis. He the real deal. Frank Martin and Tank. That's a solid fight, but it's a lot of guys at 135. This boy out of Cleveland, Mason. He looked good. I think that's his last name. He fought this weekend on a card, Abdullah Mason or something like that. It's a lot of good dudes at 135 and 140. And then how come ain't nobody bringing up Antoine Russell's name? It's fights out there for all of them. So I can't sit up here and just say, Devin has fought better fighters than Ryan Garcia, but it ain't like they miles better, So I think Devin is the better fighter. I think Devin will outwork damn near anybody. That's Devin's. That's his strong suit to me. The fact that he hustle and outwork dudes. He gonna come in there, he gonna move, and he gonna throw a lot of punches. And if you ain't throwing punches and landing them with him, you gonna lose on the scorecard. He's saying he gonna knock Ryan out. Well, if he want any leverage or anything, any leverage at the negotiation table when he get ready to fight Tank, he need to outperform Tank in this fight. You gotta realize Tank fought him about 2 years ago and knocked him out. So, a lot of these guys, he fight them after Tank done beat him. They somewhat damaged goods a lot of times after getting knocked out, not just beat, getting knocked out. So what's gonna happen with Ryan is, Devin, hopefully, he put like this. If he want to call himself the top man, then he got to get fighters like this up out of there. And Ryan is gonna be able to be knocked out because he coming to get him a knockout. Trust me, Ryan gonna fight. And Derrick James, one thing I can say about him, everybody that he's trained has developed power. Their power got better and they start knocking dudes out. So what if Derrick James has developed that right hand? There's a good possibility that Ryan gonna be punching a lot harder than Devin probably remember from the amateurs. And like I said, I don't see Ryan Garcia winning this fight, but I'm having a hard time seeing Devin get the knockout, and especially early, which is what he going now. If he knock him out in the 10th, 11th, or 12th round, I mean that's cool. But Tank did it in 7, if I'm not mistaken. So you got to outdo that, and you got to make it look good. You can't. What I mean, it's got to look like you had control until you get that knockout, and we'll see. But I do remember that first round, Ryan won against Tank, in my opinion. And the second round, when he came attacking Tank, and Tank was jumping out, jumping, holding on, doing all kind of stuff out of character because Ryan was putting a lot of pressure on him, and he gave Tank problems in there. I see him doing the same thing with Devin, but I don't see Devin with that one punch equalizer. Like Tank got one punch you do it. I ain't up, So unless Devin done found that, he might have a hard time keeping Ryan Garcia up off of him, or he might find himself doing a lot of running around the ring if he don't stand there and fight, which I think he will do against Ryan Garcia, and just keep that right hand up to catch that left hook when it come. But I think I think Ryan is better than a C plus than a C fighter. I would give him a B, at least a B. Maybe even B plus, but for sure he'll B level fighter. I think Devin Haney, I agree with everything boxing. When you call this guy a C plus fighter and say he ain't on your level, if you don't knock him out, then what do that say about your level? That might say you might not be where you think you are. I think Devin is a great fighter, but I think he don't get knockouts because he don't commit to his punches. I think he throw a lot of arm punches. I don't see him want to just sit there and plant his feet and follow through with them punches and put the right power on them. You gotta sit still and let your hands go if you want to get knockouts. You gotta follow through with them punches and put all that shoulder in it instead of just that arm, them flickers and them pot shots. So maybe he can pot shot his way into a knockout because that's what Devin like to throw them. He scored and the punches is flashy, but once again, he not committing and putting everything behind these punches. That's why he ain't getting these knockouts. And when you watch Ryan throw that left hook, he's throwing everything with it. So I don't think one punch will beat. I don't think one punch will beat Devin. I know it won't, but it's a good possibility he gonna be two handed now that he dealing with Derrick James once again. Uh, Regardless of what's going on with him and Spence, Derrick James is a good trainer. Derrick James has developed knockouts with a lot of different fighters. Got them to knocking dudes out. So I think just his style of training, for whatever reason, had these guys punching harder, and that may make Devin a little gun shy if Ryan has developed that right hand some, and Tank get to the point where I'm saying Devin get to the point where he got to worry about that right hand too. But I agree with everything boxing. I think Devin need to go in there, and if he is who he say he is, then within 6 rounds he got to have that dude up out of there knocked out, and he got to have him up out of there. And if it take him 12 rounds, then you know he might have talked his own self into a bad spot if he don't get this knockout. And I think if he get the knockout, for me, I see it happening more so late than early. I see it's possible that if Ryan get tired late in the fight, I think Devin can get the knockout then. But as much as I say he needed in the first 6 rounds, I don't think he gonna be able to get it in the first 6 rounds. I think Derrick James know he got something to prove, so he gonna be doing the best he can with these guys in training camp, and they will be more prepared, these dudes, than what his fighters was last year. Because Frank, Mel, and Earl all look bad. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.